saying that, a candle, it gives light to the outer part, of the surrounding. But the immediate part where the candle is, you don't see no light. So it's like, I could see that in our community, the dialogue is here, it's giving light to all the different places around, all the different community around. How much children in our community is at the dialogue is a very, very big question we need to ask. How much of our children or grandchildren are taking benefit from the Hujjatul Ulama, the dialogue of Guyana, where we can give knowledge, Islamic knowledge, and this will better them. This is the best investment we can give to our children and our grandchildren. Even our female, our daughters and our granddaughters can go there. We have Alima program. Lately we had a Jalsa where we had a female also qualified to be an Alima. Alhamdulillah. In this country we have that, inshallah. So we need to, inshallah, make dua and assist in whatever way we can, inshallah, for the development. In tansurullah yansurukum. It is impossible that we help the deen of Allah and Allah will not help you. Inshallah, we help the deen, Allah will help you, inshallah, in whatever way. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this coming here a fruitful one for all of us, inshallah. The topic is about fasting, inshallah, in Ramadan. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspire us, inshallah, with the little advice that He has for us. Jazakallah.
الحمد لله نستعين ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد قال الله تعالى في الكلام المجيد والفرقان الحميد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم. عن أنس رضي الله تعالى قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا دخل رجب قال اللهم بارك لنا في رجب وشعبان وبلغنا رمضان. وعن ابي هريره رضي الله تعالى قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من قام رمضان ايمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه ومن صام رمضان ايمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه او كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Respected ulama, senior brothers from various masajid, imams, brothers and sisters in Islam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a great pleasure to be here, to sit with our brothers and sisters and associated with Masla Masail of the month of Ramadan. And it is a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He continues to bless us with ulama and huffaz. We have just heard Maulana Hamza that 4 students had graduated alim, 3 boys and 1 female, and 3 students had graduated half of the Quran. This is the fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't want to go back to years ago, but yes, we need to cherish the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So again and again, we send thanks, we send praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever He blesses our community, our locality. And may Allah take khidmat from all those who are making effort, our graduates, Hafidul Quran, our ulama, Allah take khidmat from them. And keep this country, that light keep going on from this country, and benefit the other country in South America, Latin America, and the entire American and overall. My dear respected brothers and sisters, month of Ramadan, we all have to prepare to honor the month of Ramadan. I have recited a verse of the Quran, Surah Baqarah, specifically regarding to Ramadan. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. This month of Ramadan is very, very important to all of us, to all of us who are sitting here, to the entire Ummah Muslimin. Any of us who are sitting here, anybody trying to debate regarding the Quran, if a little kid who goes to the Maktab or Madrasa will start it to repel him. And this Quran, my dear respected gathering, the revelation of this Quran was done in the month of Ramadan. Where Allah says, Shahr Ramadan alladhi unzila fil Quran. Jibreel salatu wasalam came into the cave of Hira, and the 5 verses of Surah Alaq. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. These 5 verses was revealed in the month of Ramadan and the night of power, Laylatul Qadr. This Quran is our life, and this Quran is revealed in Shahr Ramadan. The importance of this month of Ramadan, my dear respected elders, from the time Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Nabi Kareem says that when the month of Rajab begins, Rasulullah says, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban. Oh Allah, shower your blessing, your bounties upon us in Rajab and Sha'ban. Balighna Ramadan, and take us all the way to Ramadan. So this Ramadan, my dear respect, this month of Ramadan is not an ordinary month. No other nation was blessed with a month of Ramadan. A month like this, no other nation. This is the fadila, this is the virtue, this is the blessing for the Ummati Muhammadiyya sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned that this month of Ramadan, it expiates sins by saying, الصلوات الخمسة والجمعة إلى الجمعة ورمضان إلى رمضان مكفرات. This is part of the hadith. That 5 daily salawat, Jum'ah to Jum'ah, and Ramadan to Ramadan, it expiates sins. It's the removal for sins, minus sins, once a person didn't commit it. Once a person did not commit any major sin. So this is this is a giveaway, option. And a man committed so many small sins, we committed so many small sins, my dear respected. And just because of the barakat and the blessing of Ramadan, one Ramadan to Ramadan, our daily 5 salawat, Jum'ah to Jum'ah, we maintain that Allah subhanahu give all our small sins, all our minor sins. My dear respected brothers and elders, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this month of Ramadan, He has placed many aspects in this month of Ramadan. And one of the main aspects in this month of Ramadan is fasting. Respected brothers and elders, there are many fadilat virtues regarding to the month of Ramadan, but I cannot go into detail regarding to this because the program is in 2 sessions. One is a Masail session and one is a Targhibi session. This is a Targhibi session, the encouragement session is going on. And this will go for another 15-20 minutes and then we get into the Masail session. So I've recited the verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this month of Ramadan, He made fasting compulsory on everyone. The deen of Muhammadiyah, Allah has blessed it. It is a comprising, it is a complete, full package. Whatever goodness was placed in all the women before, all the nations before, Allah has bring all of that into the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He specialized it. He bring it with speciality. He had bring it with bounties in it. He brings it to the various aspects, which is flavor it. So fasting was there before. But this ummah that Allah had made it with rules and regulations. And also the benefit behind it. When we look at the hadiths of the Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, there are so many hadiths regarding fasting. So many. One very important hadith where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that every amal, kullu amal ibn Adam, that every amal of the children of ibn Adam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala multiplies the reward from 10 times to 700 times. But the reward, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the end, illa sawm, is unbelievable reward for fasting. There is no limitation for reward of fasting. It's unbelievable. It's an amal at which a person cannot calculate the reward which Allah had placed there. The beginning of the hadith where we talk about the fundamental Bunyi Islam ala khamsa, shahadatu wa la ilaha illallah, wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, wa iqam as-salat, wa ita'i zakat, wal hajj wa sawm Ramadan. In this hadith, we mention the fundamental of Islam. Fasting is one of the fundamental of Islam. Allah created us, and He created us with abilities. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah does not place a person a burden to the individual which he cannot fetch, which he cannot carry, which he cannot enhance. So when we hear the people say, I can't fast, I can't fast, it's a very, fragile statement of Iman. Fragile statement of Iman. Because our Iman would not be Iman if we don't believe in the fundamental of Iman. Talking today about Aqidah or belief. Many people, we may bury them as Muslim, but who knows if they have the Aqidah of Islam in their heart? Because to deny one fundamental at any time in your life make you become a disbeliever. So when you make claims, oh, I cannot be fasting, is you making an objection, a denial to the concept of fasting which Allah created man with ability to fast, and He is denying that. When you go to the chapter, the field of Aqeedah, is not to talk about it. Tonight we can't go into it. So my dear respected brothers and sisters, for years and years we have seen many people that have fasted, and their remarks are very sarcastic. And it doesn't bother them. Now this fasting, my dear respected brothers, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had mentioned to us that it is such a matter in life that is a means to wipe off sins. Man qama Ramadhan imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu man sama Ramadhan wa imanan ghufira ma taqaddama min dhanb. Every important aspect have value in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when Allah says, don't matter the 700 for that one hasana, that good deed. Here you're getting millions. You're getting millions. There is no limitation here. Millions you get it. Why? Because the hadith says, you're fasting for me. Yada tu'amni. He had leave his fasting for me. He had leave it, he's hungry, thirst for me. And he's fasting. Leaving the food and everything. So when something is very important and valuable, then there are duties toward it. There are responsibility toward it. Allah has created this fast and given to this jism, this body. Say, oh body, now you have to take care of this fasting here now. So because of that, there is no other ibadat in which there is so much of, caution, so much of restriction. Because remember, this is the reward, the thawab is beyond understanding. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned to us the duties toward this fasting here. Number one, when we start our fasting, first of all, we have to protect the fasting. And we have to strengthen the fasting. Protection here means, my dear respected, we see that when one of these money vans come, the security van come collect money in the bank, after they make millions and whatever, you see all the security what they have there. And they're fully camera, And those who work for this, they work in the security van, with the money van, they are very, confidential. Because millions is going in for people. Our fast, my dear respected gathering, is 100,000 millions and millions times much more valuable than that. And look how much security is being prepared and is being put in place. Fasting is not something we need to understand further. The idea of fasting is not in our mind. And then you will find, my dear respected brothers and sisters and seniors, it's like, deviation coming to our health. Then we started to, the month of Ramadan, abstain from fasting. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned regarding a person fasting. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ثلاث لا ترد دعوتهم. 3 persons that their dua is not being rejected. لا ترد دعوتهم. What else we want, brothers? We fasting, we want our dua to be accepted. Who are we going to beg? We need to beg Allah first of all. أولا يدعو الله سبحانه وتعالى وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان. The closest one for us to be begging and asking is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we make dua to Him, then He listens to us. Allah created the means for whatever we asking for. Once it's khayr, once it's good for us. So Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam pushing the importance, showing the importance of this fast, that dua is being accepted of his sa'im. Hatta yuftira. As-sa'im, hatta until he makes his iftar, until he completes his iftar, his dua being accepted. This is because of the value and the importance of fasting. Many youngsters we find, and senior people also, who are not fasting for many years. The importance of fasting is because it's not within their nature. Because it's not within their nature, they don't mind to eat in front of Sa'im. They don't mind to disregard the month of Ramadan. May Allah forgive. May Allah forgive. And may Allah guide all of them. Amen. Say Ameen, brothers. Amen. So, when we start, the first thing our fast begin. I'm just going a little step by step. So when we start with our fast, we start with the suhoor. The suhoor means the pre-dawn meal. Pre-dawn meal, the suhoor. Now this suhoor, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam emphasized upon it. The importance of this suhoor by saying that there's barakat in this suhoor. There's a blessing in this suhoor. So we should be doing suhoor. There are places that where they call it long fast, third night. People don't make suhoor when they start their fast without any suhoor. Hadith of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, فَصْلُ مَا بَيْنَنَا بَيْنَ صِيَامِنَا وَصِيَامِ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ أَكْلَةُ السُّهُورِ. That the difference between our fasting and the people of the Kitab fasting is the eating of the pre-dawn meal. The pre-dawn meal, I mean, Allah put barakat, and that's the difference, because remember the people before used to fast. The Jews, they are fasting, they used to fast, or they're still fasting. The Christians used to fast, whatever way they are fasting now. But the difference between Ahl Kitab, they don't lose sahri, we say sahri. In another hadith of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Inna Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يصلون الله سبحانه وتعالى والملائكة على المتسحرين. That the people who are fasting, Allah and His angels continue to send blessings. The people who are fasting and they're doing so, Allah keeps sending blessings upon them. So this, when we have to start our fast, just before the time of Fajr Salat begins, we should stop our suhoor a couple minutes before. This is for precaution. If you're a professional and you have perfect timing, whatever, that's your style. But a few minutes doesn't mean all the chart which has been prepared, they prepare with a 5-minute reservation. So suhoor, my dear respected brothers, should not be taken too early. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi mentioned, Inna min akhlaqi nubuwwah. Salasatun inna min akhlaqi nubuwwah. There are 3 things which was considered to be the characteristic of the prophethood. 2 of them was Tajil iftar wa ta'khir suhoor. That you take your suhoor late means not 2 hours before the waqt begins. Just before the waqt of Fajr started. Now when the azan call in the masjid, azan we call afterward. You have chart, you look at the chart, you have a proper phone, have a satellite time in it. You can get your perfect time for that also. Timing I'm talking about, not the timing of breaking and the time to finish eating. So you have an idea, look at the chart, all the organization, they do the chart. So there's barakat, my dear respected brothers, that when you start a fast, to be doing suhoor. Now, as I mentioned before, that the fast, we have duty toward the fast. And the duties toward the fast, when we make our intention, وَبِصَوْمِ غَدٍ نَوَيْتُ صَوْمِ شَهْرِ Ramadan. That tomorrow I will be fasting for the month of Ramadan. You can make this intention when you are doing your suhoor. You don't have to make verbally, but if you wish to do it, you can do it. Now, Allah has blessed us with this body, so we're going into the second session now, into the directly regarding to fasting, the reservation Allah gave, and those aspects which will weaken the fast, those aspects which is considered to be makruh, those aspects which will make we have to repeat the fast, those aspects which will take our fast that we'll have to do kafar. So when a person started his fast now, he needs to be very, very conscious that he's fasted. Very, very conscious. You need to be very attentive regarding his fast. You want to get this maximum reward, much more valuable than a piece of diamond, then you have to be careful. There are so many hadiths in the books of hadith which came regard to protecting the fast, strengthening the fast. That's the reason why, my dear respected brothers, those who are doing very technical job, very strainful job, and they are not 100% healthy. So you need to make reservation for this month of Ramadan. That's the reason why Sha'ban, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made month Sha'ban, and He had made Sha'ban to a month of fasting. Preparation for Ramadan. That doesn't mean you have to fast the entire month of Sha'ban, but start to prepare yourself. In what way? Start to be punctual. Punctual with namaz, mal jama'ah, takbir ula. Start to make reservations to visit the masjid. Start to increase tilawat al-Quran. Start to increase the recitation of Quran. Everyone fasts on the 15th of Sha'ban. Who were not fasting, then they started to fast on the Monday and Thursday, whatever ability they had regarding fasting. Preparation, full preparation toward Ramadan. So when Ramadan comes now, the fasting becomes easy in the month of Ramadan with the understanding. We need to show in our home. We need to exercise in our home. Ramadan is coming. Ramadan is coming. All is shopping and whopping, everything what we have to do, get everything ready. So in the month of Ramadan, we don't get busy, running here and there. Starting to get exhausted. We're supposed to read 5 juz a day because we're exhausted now. We can't even to read 2 juz. So that person who intentionally break his fast, eating by drinking or jima, then they have to make qada. Have to keep back that one fast, have to repeat it, and along with kafara. Kafara means fasting 2 consecutive months. 2 consecutive months, no gap in between. If there is a problem in between and you miss one fast while doing the 2-month fast, you have to start over again. Have to start over again. For the sisters, as soon as you break a fast intentionally by eating and drinking or by prohibition, then when in the time of their highs being their monthly menses, or they give birth, the postal bleeding, as soon as it's finished, if it's finished today, tomorrow they have to start continuing. And if they miss a day, they have to restart again. Our Hanafi fiqh is regard to all 3 aspects, eating, drinking, and jima. Intentionally, you break your fast, then this is the consequence. In spite of Imam Shafi rahmatullahi, but you will not become a Shafi for Ramadan month only. He says only jima, because the ayat he took, with the ikhtilaf of the ayat and whatever with the masla. But according to the Hanafi fiqh, right, then 2 consecutive months. And for that individual, people who have a man involved in lawatat, homosexual be done within such a mean like grave sin, such a serious thing, in spite of Ramadan, an individual still associate himself in that with a male or with a female. It had been done. They have to make qada, they have to keep the fast again, and 60 days continuously have to go again for them also. So this is what you call kafar. This is a seriousness regard to intentionally breaking the fast. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in a hadith that everything has a door. Everything has a door. And the door of ibadat, it is fasting. And what it does, it takes out a person out of animalistic nature to angel nature. Meaning what? Allah has blessed a person with the capacity of, he has both goodness and evil in a person. But because of our ability, of our goodness, right understanding, we protect ourselves from the evil. And then we push ourselves into the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We keep ourselves in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to we create that quality of the angels. Because the angels, they are only and only in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this fasting, my dear respected brothers and sisters, very important, very valuable. So we don't create deficiency into it. Now, in the Sharia, a woman who in the state of haid or nifas or monthly menses, or she gives birth to a child, these women, they will postpone the fast. They will postpone the fast because they can't fast in this state. And as soon as they finish, they come out of that state. For a woman, Ramadan started, unfortunately, as soon as her menses finish, she continues the fast, and then before the following Ramadan comes, she makes up. And a woman who's in the fast, which we say, posted baby, then as soon as she has been out of that, she should start her fasting in the month of Ramadan. Now there are some genuine excuses that which may cause a person to postpone their fast. Genuine excuses considered to be that the Sharia considered to be genuine. So the first, one which we look at is that a person who is a traveler. The Quran is mentioned regarding to a traveler. I will go a little detail with each one of them. Then a person, he's in a battlefield. Then a person, he's unconscious. Then a person is insane, you say pagal. Then you have a person who is a woman who is pregnant. Then a woman who is suckling. A person who is sick. A person who is very sick. One is sick and very sick. But these are some of the genuine excuses. But there are some explanations for some of them too. For example, a person who is ill, and by fasting his illness will increase or will slow down the recovery, then such a person in real concept of genuine excuse will be considerable. Then a woman who is pregnant or she is suckling, she's breastfeeding. Now, once there is no harm, the only way she will be considered to be that she is genuine excuse, right? It's considered to know that there's harm to herself or harm to the child. A musafir, a man who's traveling, he's traveling in VIP style. Everything is air conditioned. No realization of any difficulty. All of these should consider to be fasted. Now, we talk about fare, reasonable fare. A person say, oh, he's sick, the diabetic, can't fast. Now, the Sharia had given us, what is reasonable fare? Reasonable fare is that a manifest sign. You see that when you started to fast, you find that your sugar level is raising, it's going up all the way. Now when you break your fast, it's going all the way to 300-400. So that's manifest sign. That's one fear we're talking about. The other fear is that relevant past experience. A person have an experience to know that when I fast in the month of Ramadan, or if I fast consecutively, this will happen, this will be a problem with me. Or a woman who is pregnant. During her pregnancy, she started to fast, and then she started to get weak, and she fall down, and she faint away, things like this. And the third is that an upright Muslim doctor or an expert tells you, listen, that if you're going to fast this month of Ramadan, then probably this is going to happen to you because of experience. He's an upright Muslim. He himself is fasting. My dear respected brothers and sisters, we should not make even these genuine excuses a real excuse for not fasting. Because to keep this fast after Ramadan, we cannot get that blessing and that barakat for it anymore. I know there are many women who give birth in the month of Ramadan, or were pregnant in the month of Ramadan, not with one kid, not with one child, not with two children, give birth to two. Many children they were pregnant with, and some of them give birth in the month in full fasting. When the water clock break, then the fast break. And I know people that die during the day and they were fasting in old age. This is when we have love. Then we have value and importance for things which is important for us. Because fasting we cannot see. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we do it for specifically only and only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the few reasons, genuine excuse that we consider, that we have excuse to fast. For not fasting. Now we go into the additional things in regard to Masla Masail here now. Now there's one principle, there's one ruling of fast break or not. Meaning that the fast is considered to be broken, that if any cavity in the body, something gets in it, something goes into it, and it reaches the stomach or it gets to the brain, either to the throat, either through the nose, either through the private, because they are, they are passage that which will take whatever you put in all the way to your stomach. So this is the principal usul to understand whether your fast will break or not. So because the entire body is responsible for the fast, your nose is responsible for the fast, your ears is being responsible for the fast, your tongue is being responsible for the fast. Every department, all the senses is responsible for the fast in two ways. Physically and spiritually, or you say that divinely, that you have to protect this department. That we protect our ears, we don't we don't hear people who are backbiting, people are talking wrong thing, we keep away from that. With our tongue, we don't backbite, we don't do wrong thing. We don't smell things which we should not be smelling. We don't try to pull in things which we should not. We should be touching things which we should not be touching. So every aspect, every limb of our body have to salute and pay the duty toward this fast. So, the first, principle which we have discussed here. Now we continue with things that which will make qada necessary for the fasting. Now, a person unintentionally, if he eat, if he drink, and also he cohabitated with his wife, he forgot completely. He didn't recall that this Shaban month many people was fasting. When they get up, they start the fast, but then they go down the house to see there's some water or something on the table, just take a sip and drink some. Then they remember that they are fasting. So this, they call it, to forget and to eat something, to drink something, this will not break the fast. This will not break the fast. Now, there are many people sometimes, they will visit the dentist when they have an appointment to do a filling, a teeth filling, or you have an extraction. Again, once nothing, do not go down the throat, you're fine. then it's not an easy aspect to control if you are doing some, the doctor, the dentist drilling. It's very difficult to say that nothing will go down the throat. Because once they're drilling the teeth to do filling, then they have to put water to rinse them out. So once nothing goes down, then that is fine. Now, we've been told while making wudu, the hadith of Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam is isbagul wudu. You should do your wudu very well. Do it good, wash properly. Then at the end of the hadith, Rasulullah said, illa sawm, gargle properly, sniff water into the nose, Then Rasulullah said, illa sawm, but in the fasting you should not be doing this. Because if you gargle, and you go, and then some water get down your throat, your fast is broken. You invalidate the fast. But that doesn't mean if your fast break by mistake, mistake, this is a mistake. What is forgot? You forgot. It's different, but this is your mistake. In the Sharia, there's something called khata. Khata there is consequences. So now your fast gone. So you have to make qada only for that fast now. And a person when he makes his qaza, you have to make the intention also that he's keeping his fast. You have to make it in order when he starts his fast. You have to make his intention that he's keeping his qaza fast. Now, smoking, people who are smoking, those who smoke, they kind of want to keep you fast. You got to get rid of that attitude. It breaks your fast. Once you smoke, the nose, the smoke gets into your mouth. It breaks your fast. These are all fiqhi masla, which, why this one this happened, the qaza, that one qaza doesn't happen. That is for the ulama. To argue and to debate that. Now the person intentionally goes sit down in the man who's smoking now. And he inhales the smoke, his fast also comes. His fast also will consider to be broken. So you have to make qaza with also. Those who have the habit, some people, here is that so, you don't see it so often, who smoke hookah and they smoke shisha, that also break the fast. Because in the hookah, it got something in it, and in the shisha, it got flavor in it also. So it goes up. This is a habit which is a bad habit also, it's not a good habit. Now, those, asthma pump, people who are asthmatic. They're very sad because by some people asthma, they have a reason why it will attack them. You need to make precaution in month of Ramadan, don't get in those places where there's dust and these things kind of thing. Because then if your asthma rate, then you get short of breath and then you have to use the pump. Now if you use the pump, the asthma pump, it breaks your fast. Because you have a liquid in it. It has a liquid in it. So when you are taking the pump, when you are using the pump, the liquid gets in to the nostril or in the mouth, wherever you will take it. And it will cause the fast to become invalid. Anesthetic. For some reason or the other, you have to take anesthetic now. If it has been done on the skin, only on the skin, it's a liquid, then it's fine. It will not break the fast. But you need to avoid to get into that, in the month of Ramadan. But if the anesthetic is done by the throat, or wherever, they put into the throat and it gets to the stomach, right? Then it will break the fast. Then there's qaza, then there's only qaza for that. Now, sometimes you find that the person gets ill, you have to take oxygen, it's fasted. Oxygen, it don't break the fast. Taking oxygen because it's a gas. And you take it in, it doesn't break the fast, the oxygen. Now, a person is passing and is smelling perfume. The perfume man sprays perfume and you pass by the perfume shop and you smell it, comes in your nose, and if you taste it, it doesn't break the fast. Right? That doesn't break the fast also, but you need to avoid that. Because what you need your fast to be, how much percent? How much percent? We need your fast to be 100%. So to get this 100%, you have to keep all the lanes 100%. That's why our ulama mentioned that, people in the month of Ramadan, if you're brave enough to be affiliating and to moving around and protect your fast to 100%, mashallah. That's why all the Darul Uloom in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, in those countries, they close the madrasa. They close the madrasa and say, listen, Ramadan now, you have a few days before Ramadan, a few days after Ramadan. You do your errands, whatever, and make sure that you can get the maximum out of your fasting by stay home or being the full ibadah. Now, sometimes, you brush your teeth morning, the time for Ramadan, suhoor finished, but you forgot to brush your teeth. And you use toothpaste. Toothpaste, once it doesn't goes down, nothing, saliva with toothpaste doesn't goes down your throat, but this is makruh. But if anything from the toothpaste goes down your throat, while you think, Fajr time is almost there, and you brush it quickly, rather than use a miswak to clean whatever is there between your teeth, or you use a toothpick and you spit out everything which is there, because you don't want your fasting to get into any complication. Now, you have some sisters may want to continue to do their makeup, like lipstick. They're at home and their husband loves to see them with lipstick. So they use the lipstick on the lip. The lipstick is on the lips. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't make the lipstick get into the mouth and get down into the throat, or else it will contaminate, or it will invalidate the fast. Now, there's a person who is ill. He's ill, but he's still fasting by the grace of Allah. He didn't want to miss his fast. So now he has the habit of inhaling Vicks. He covers his head and he just inhaling the Vicks. This will break the fast. Because the steam which comes out there, it has, particles of the, whatever is there in the Vicks is coming out there. Because you put the Vicks into there, or you call it, they use something beside the Vicks, mental, crystal, whatever you put in it. So that will get into the nose and go all the way to your brain. Those who inhale, mental crystal, I inhale it many times and I feel like they shock the brain inside, because it goes directly, it goes straight into the brain. Now, eye drops now. Or then we talk about water now. Talk about the ears now. Now, water gets into the ear. There are two aspects regarding to that. Water gets into the ear. If you plunge into a pond, you're in the shower bathing, and water gets into the ears. That is something which is not, you cannot avoid. Some amount of water will get into your ears if you jump and you go to swim. But that is not from your side. So that will not break the fast. But if you pump in water into the ears or all get into the ears, then your fast will break. Anything you throw into the ears yourself, you insert it, this will break the fast. Now, eye drops, or eye drops, or say artificial, tears. A person have a problem with the eye. Using eye drops, right, or artificial tears, it will not break the fast. Into the eyes, it will not break the fast. Somebody say that, you take surma. We use surma, we find that the taste coming, to our throat. So which means it coming down. But Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to use surma. Aisha radiallahu anha narrated that he used to use surma. You in fasting also, but that it doesn't break the fast. So put in because there is no direct passage from the eye to reach to the brain or to go to the stomach. So the concession is there. If a person have problem with the eyes, but once you can avoid it, it's better. Masturbate. A person still wants to be wretched in the month of Ramadan. He's still not coming off from his dirty attitude. It's a very serious, sin in the sight of Allah. There's one hadith says on the day of Qiyamah, a man will be fishing, a lot of pregnancy in his hand, all the desire he gets from using his hand, he'll be fishing all those pregnancies. No? So, a person who masturbate, right, male or female, their rosa will go, their fast will go, they have to make qada. Now, the reason why, because this is not jima, this is not, cohabitation or sexual, it's only, when you have the actual act is been taking place, then that serious, that consequence comes that, shahraini mutata, 2 consecutive months you have to fast. Now, if a male or female insert their finger into their private, whether they are, the front or, the rear. If there's no liquid in it, as I mentioned before, there's nothing on the hand, then there's no problem, the fast will not. For example, I know, some people have, some problem with scratches or whatever, and you scratch it, whatever thing like that. So your fast will not break. But if there's any liquid or gel on your finger, for example, you put some gel or some liquid and then eventually it goes up because there is direct passage from both of the in the private. The male, front organ and the female front and the rear organ, there's direct passage to reach to the stomach or whatever you can see. So the fast will break, but only qada. You will only have to make qada for that. Now, this also goes for women, using medication, women using medication also, this goes for that also. And if the medication goes up, all the way it leaves its location and it gets into the cavity, then the fast will break also. Now, once there is no liquid is being placed on an instrument which is being inserted into the body, whichever part it goes into the person's body, the fast will not break. But once there's any liquid, once there's any gel is being mixed with it, then it goes. Injection generally doesn't break fast. So a person who is fasting and using insulin, or a person who is sick and you go to the doctor and you have to take injection. The latest research, that's now, but many years ago, the research upon that, you take injection into your body, it goes into the vein, it circulates into the body, but it doesn't go directly to the stomach, it doesn't go directly to the vein. By the time it's reached there, it gets sorted out. So injection doesn't break your fast. What about glucose injection? Glucose injection, in spite of giving the body energy, but it doesn't break the fast, because the same concept regarding insulin, person taking insulin, taking injection for certain reason, antibiotic, whatever, this doesn't break the fast. But if you can avoid it, it is better. You take your insulin in the morning and you take it when you break your fast. So this is regarding that. What about a wound? A person have a wound injury or wound. There are two kinds of injury there are. Sisters, if you have a question, you could prepare it and send it down. Brothers, if you have a question, prepare it and send it here. Because we still have time. We'll have 10 minutes, inshallah, for interaction regarding questions. So, we are talking about the womb. If there are two kinds of womb, one which is very deep and it will sink into the brain. It will get you put any cure on it, you put any medication on it, then that will reach the brain. So that we call deep womb. But if you have not a deep womb, then it's fine. You can put medication on it. Once that womb is not deep, to take that medication to the stomach or the brain. Because remember, there are some veins, some medication, it will move quickly down to the stomach and it moves quickly down, all the way to the brain. So this, that the research upon this, that it will break your fast if it's a deep wound, and if it's not a deep wound, then your fast will not be invalid. Now, you have, acupuncture to the skin. Acupuncture to the skin, it doesn't break the fast also. These are things that because why? It goes beneath the skin. The same way you take insulin, it goes beneath the skin also. So this is something similar to that also. Then you have endoscopy also. Now endoscopy also, which is a camera which has been inserted, into the mouth. Or they have, some people, they have problem with the rectum and they will insert it there. If the camera goes down with no liquid, no gel, then that is fine, it will not break the fast. But with most of these cameras, they use gel and they use liquid or something to take it out to make it easy, so you can go down, easy wherever they want it to go. Now you have, angiogram. Angiogram where they put there's a dye where they put into the vein and roll the entire body. This is to see if you have a blockage. If that's happened, and once there's no gel, normally they don't use it with a gel, they just set it up, then also, I mean, that is fine, your fast will not break. Then you have another, I mean, they will create, I mean, they will create a hole in your abdomen, and they put our camera there now. Most of the time, that camera they send down it with, I mean, with gel, you know. So if there's no gel being sent with gel, then it will not break the fast. So sniff now, or I mean, you stuff. So you stuff, I mean, things into your nose. You put something, you stuff something in your nose, but it's only in your nose. Now once it doesn't go upward, you gone into the bridge and going up, then your fast will break. You have to make qada. And to sniff drugs or glue or things like this break the fast. So these are some of the things. There are many more things which is related to fasting that we need to avoid. Because why? It will not break our fast, but it makes our fast becomes makruh. It makes our fast becomes undesirable. You know. So we need to make sure that every aspect in our fast, every minute of our fast, we need to take a check. We need to make a check. Now, the dua which was mentioned regarding to when you conclude your fast, this was we going through the fast. You know, we're not going through the night yet. So we will not be going through the night. Because there's so much talk about the night in the month of Ramadan. Now, when you break your fast, I mean, we say that, you know, the hadith mentioned that, I mean, ta'jil iftar. Before time people used to wait till the azan call. The time used to already reach 2-3 minutes after, then they call the azan. Or they call the azan at the right time, but they wait till the azan finish. This is ta'khir iftar. This is delayed iftar. So these are three things that which is the khasai. These are the three things of the sifat of prophethood. They don't delay regard to breaking the fast. Allahu laka sumtu. The dua for breaking the fast. Allahu laka sumtu wa bika amantu wa alayka rizquka aftartu. So this is dua, and then you read, Zamad. There's another dua which is recited there also of breaking the fast. That Zamadil, just slip my mind here regarding to it. But it's reformed that when you break your fast, then the dryness of the uruk of the vein, Allah wet it. And then we hope for reward to get that when we fast the whole day to get the full reward of fasting. So this is, some of the masail. These are some of the masail. Anybody have any question now? We go straight into it. We have 10 minutes for that. You're free to ask.